And I just saw that the Indiana Fever released footage of none other than Caitlin Clark and Brianna Turner in the gym working out with Keith Porter and the other coaches. This is what we've been waiting for.
I'm excited because I just watched a video of Brianna Turner working out one-on-one with Keith Porter, the player development coach for the Fever. Picture this: two WNBA stars, both of whom are known for their versatility, are working hard during the off-season. One is focused on improving her mid-range shooting and off-ball movement defense, while the other is out there shooting threes as if she were trying to be Steph Curry. This is the truth of two very different strategies adopted by Brianna Turner and Angel Reese. It is not a made-up plot. This movie will highlight the striking difference between two players. One is totally dedicated to creating a well-rounded game, while the other appears more concerned with pursuing social media fame than real progress.
Today, there's footage out there of Angel working on her game in the lab, as they say, and mostly what we see is Angel shooting three-pointers.
We've watched video of Reese's training, and based on the majority of the information available, she's focused on 3 points. We'll go into great detail about how these decisions may affect their careers, why Turner's unwavering work ethic has fans excited, and even why Reese's own supporters are beginning to criticize her for her most recent choices. Are you prepared to begin? Let's do this. Brianna Turner and Caitlin Clark just had their first official practice, and it's already drawing attention. The Fever aren't wasting any time in securing their key players and fostering connection with them early on. This isn't simply preparation, they're a squad that understands their potential.
How are you feeling about being in Indiana and joining the team?
I'm really excited. I followed a lot of these players throughout their college careers and professional careers, so it's kind of like full circle moment to be on the same team with a lot of these players again.
After following many of her new colleagues through college and professional careers, she has already expressed her excitement about joining the squad, calling it a full circle moment. However, she is not merely here for the nostalgia. She is here to make an effect. One of Turner's greatest strengths has been her defensive versatility, but she isn't stopping there. During the offseason, she is concentrating on developing into an even more well-rounded player. We can see that she is focused on enhancing her rebounding, shot blocking, and mid-range shooting, skills that will be essential in enhancing Caitlin Clark's style of play. This is where things start to get exciting. Turner's ability to control the boards and maintain the paint may be the secret to releasing Clark's full potential. Clark is given more latitude to quicken the tempo and provide scoring opportunities. It's a fantastic fit, and if the chemistry works, the Fever might cause major issues for the other teams throughout the season.
Tell me what it was like that, what went into your decision to come here and join what's being built here at the Fever?
I think that the front office and the staff just really had a vision in place, and I felt that I could really complement their vision from the players. You got players like Kelsey Mitchell that was drafted here, that's been here this whole entire time and kind of seen the Indiana Fever built from the ground up. You got players like DB, who's going to be a future Hall of Famer.
Speaking of Brianna Turner, her arrival in Indiana is already creating a stir, and even though Caitlin Clark hasn't responded officially yet, you can bet she's paying attention. Turner is the type of guy who can help Clark and the Fever thrive. Because of his defensive tenacity, rebounding strength, and veteran experience. But this isn't just about one player. Turner's commitment reflects a group with a goal, a coaching staff dedicated to growth, and a roster full of talented individuals, eager to advance. She is here to work hard and demonstrate that Indiana, if you're not paying attention yet, you should be, because this is only the beginning. Fever isn't just building for the future, they're building to win.
And of course you have Caitlin. She had such a phenomenal rookie season, so many great accolades. And I think the jumping from season 1 to season 2, players can also make a really big jump. So I'm excited to see her growth from year 1 and year 2.
Speaking of Caitlin, Brianna Turner is a defensive powerhouse with guts and experience who provides exactly what this young squad needs as she takes on her new role with the Fever. It's evident that she's not just there to fill a void, but to make an impact. Clark Turner emphasized the progress players make from their first to their second year, but she has also made significant progress with her defensive and rebounding abilities. She is poised to change the game for Indiana. This isn't just about bringing in a new player, it's about assembling a competitive team. Believe me, this is only the beginning. things are going to get exciting.
Nothing allows players to push everything else aside, bond, get to know one another, than getting in the gym together, working together, seeing how the other person likes to get passes, seeing what kind of hands they have, seeing if they can finish, can they move, can they run off screens, can they set screens, all the stuff that athletes love.
Another WNBA player once shared a training video for all the wrong reasons, while Brianna Turner has been working hard in the gym to improve her skills. Imagine this: a player who struggles with layups suddenly deciding she's the next You Should be interested in Steph Curry as he sounds familiar, and Turner is out there focusing on defense, rebounding, and honing the fundamentals. Angel Reese seemed more intent on demonstrating her ability to shoot 3 points quickly. The contrast is striking. In an attempt to maintain appearances, one player is dedicated to genuinely improving the other, and let's just say that the internet isn't holding back on this one.
The lack of, proof that she's been in the gym working on her craft, trying to hone her skills after what can only be described as one of the worst shooting seasons anybody's ever seen in the history of basketball.
Let's talk about Angel Reese, the 6'3" forward, who ought to be controlling the paint. What are her 3 main goals in her most recent workout video? Yes, you read correctly. In the meantime, defensive-minded forward Brianna Turner is focusing on the fundamentals, honing her rebounding defense and court awareness, while Reese is out there trying to reinvent herself as a sharpshooter despite having trouble making layups and free throws. Fans are left perplexed, wondering if Reese forgot she was meant to be a post player, while Turner is genuinely honing skills that will affect games. One is grinding where it matters, while the other is just chasing highlights.
One person to beat you and them. Quick jab, get away. Bucket.
Let's discuss numbers. It was difficult to overlook Angel Reese's shooting issues from the previous season. She missed more than half of her close-range efforts, shooting only 43.8% from within 5 feet, which is a serious worry for a much poorer in. Her most recent workout, Reese's trainer and a camera crew were the only ones present. However, nearly 40% of her rebounds came from her own misses. With numbers like that, is it really time for Reese to reinvent herself as a 3-point shooter? Remember how the Fever flew a coach out to train Boston?
Final as a club has not been a 3-pointer. Grace turnaround, no good. Final 3rd in the league in 3-point field goals. Reese looks to stick with it.
Although Angel Reese is one of the most talked about stars in the WNBA, this video shows a poor performance moment from her, along with sarcastic commentary about her lack of training dedication. It serves as a reminder that talent alone isn't enough. Discipline and daily effort are what really sustain superior performance.
When she was literally the most inefficient player within 5 foot in all of the WNBA. Hell, maybe in the NBA. Hell, maybe on Earth and Mars, for crying out loud. Any which way you put it, she shot bad from the field. All right, she's 6'3" and she plays under the basket, and she shot 39.1% from the field.
Angels fans aren't holding back. People don't buy it, and social media is calling her out. Honestly, can you blame them when your inside game is at best weak? Reese is receiving harsh criticism online and is conveniently sidelined with an injury, missing games but still front and center when it's time to celebrate. Focusing on 3-point shooting rather than honing the fundamentals isn't exactly a winning tactic. So is Reese sincerely attempting to broaden her skill set, or is this just another tactic to maintain her media attention? There is little doubt that her strategy differs greatly from Brianna Turner's, who spends her time in the gym working out and concentrating on what genuinely improves her team. Reese seemed more concerned with maintaining appearances than doing the actual task.
Trying to figure out why she's putting so much time in developing an outside shot when she works under the basket, primarily. You get a rebound, or you're going to try to run out there all of a sudden and shoot a 3, even though you got perimeter players that are standing around waiting for you to pass them the ball so they can shoot wide open shots. It could potentially be a horrible season for the Chicago Sky.
It's getting more clear. Off-season training is not always the same. If you've watched this far and are enjoying the video, please remember to like, subscribe, and enable notifications so you don't miss what's coming up next. Brianna Turner is committed to concentrating on the fundamentals that truly affect the game, while Reese may need to change her approach. However, this difference in work ethics isn't the end of the story, so stay tuned because we're going to break down their basketball strategies and what it means for their future in the league.
I am looking forward to any footage they allow us to see that has all of them in the gym. All of them. And again, we gonna see what we can see, but we know we're not gonna be able to see everything. But I appreciate that they're allowing us to see some things. Very smart to do because it makes everybody more excited.
You think you understand what good shooting form looks like? Well, think again. We're going to dissect two radically different approaches, and the contrast is so stark that it's like comparing an apple to something that isn't an apple at all. I promise you that after seeing this, you won't ever look at a jump shot the same way. Let's discuss Brianna Turner, whose shooting form is a fundamentals clinic. When Turner prepares for a shot, her arms form a perfect right angle with the ball, high above her head. This is known as high-release precise mechanics, and it's not only aesthetically pleasing, but also very effective. The high release makes her shot extremely difficult to contest, and her consistent alignment is essential to ensuring accuracy and dependability each time she lets it fly.
Okay, so here you see she's being fed the ball. She's in the right corner. She gets the ball, and again, if you're gonna work on expanding your game, okay, but at least make sure that your technique is right. So I'm hoping that this guy and whoever else works with her will work on her technique, because I don't care how many you shoot like this with nobody guarding you. If your technique is not right, you might get a few here or there by happenstance or whatever, but you're not going to consistently knock down shot.
Prepare yourselves for a sharp contrast as Angel Reese's shooting form is, to put it mildly, far from textbook. She crosses her wrist awkwardly on the release and starts too low, almost at chest level. Basketball has a serious technical fault that is comparable to trying to drive a car with the wheel upside down. You might still be able to continue forward, but it will be a difficult trip. Now compare that to Brianna Turner. While Turner is honing her foundational skills for consistency, high-release clean mechanics, and seamless follow-through Reese's shot appears less like a dependable weapon and more like a crazy experiment. The distinction. One is designed to succeed, while the other is preparing for difficulty.
So here you see she's being fed the ball. She's in the right corner. She gets the ball, and again, if you're gonna work on expanding your game, okay, but at least make sure that your technique is right. So I'm hoping that this guy and whoever else works with her will work on her technique, because I don't care how many you shoot like this with nobody guarding you. If your technique is not right, you might get a few here or there by happenstance or whatever, but you're not going to consistently knock down shots, especially long-range shots, if your form is not right. So here she is. She receives that ball from him, and then she's coming up. And I want you to watch it where her hands are when she releases the basketball. Look, I'm going to go back a little bit. So you can see right here, her arms, her wrists are crossed.
Things start to become intriguing at this point. In the meantime, Angel Reese is a back three in a real game that's not just a dubious shot. It's a turnover waiting to happen for a player who still struggles with consistency on basic finishes, shifting. Brianna Turner isn't just going through the motions. She's concentrating on the skills that actually matter for her roll-off ball movement, mid-range efficiency defense. It's all there. The decision to concentrate on deep shooting looks perplexing.
Angel is here, and watch this. Look how far out the ball is. Look how far out she's showing the defense. I'm telling you right now, that's what you call cookies. Cookies for days is what we say when we get our hands on the basketball that is shown to us in that way. The ball is way out. That I'm saying in a game time situation, that's not gonna work. For sure, if somebody switched off and you know, set a screen and then switched, and you've got someone who's shorter on you or got a guard on you, I mean, you bring the ball down low, we're gonna get it.
There is no denying the disparity. While one player is focused on improving her game, enhancing her abilities, and addressing her shortcomings, the other player's objective appears to be more about social media interaction than real wunk court development. But the true query is this: what does this imply for their league future? Will discipline and commitment result in supremacy? And can bad choices be fixed before it's too late? The course of these tales may influence the NBA's future for many years.
And it just leaves you scratching your head as to what exactly is going on. Is Angel Reese trying to be an influencer, or is she trying to be a basketball player?
Remember how we discussed revamping the WNBA by 2025? It's not just a theory anymore. It's already happening. After working hard during the offseason, Brianna Turner is already having a significant impact on the court. Before kicking it out to Turner, who is poised to strike, Caitlin Clark draws 2 defenders. Her skillful mid-range shot extends the floor, making her and Clark an unstoppable duo. What about Angel Reese? Will she change her game or keep making headlines? Her future in the WNBA will be shaped by the decisions she makes next. Remember to like, subscribe, and enable notifications so you don't miss anything more. This is only the beginning. I'll see you in the following video.